So this is my first broadcast. Obviously, how you guys doing? I hope everybody's okay. Um, this is all new to me. So obviously, there are those teachers that have been really successful with all of the electronic stuff, and they're young and preparing their entire lives for this moment. And then there's old people like myself who are struggling with this. And I really hate this Zoom thing because as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at a screen and I can see myself, and it makes me incredibly self-conscious. So it's hard to concentrate because of how handsome I am. Anyway, I wanted to talk just quickly about some of the things that are going on with AP and what some of the things that are going to be going on in the future. As some of you have heard because of your other AP classes, the AP test is going to be online, and it is going to be done at home. And it, as far as I can tell, is going to be based off of the AP president, that is going to be open book, which I don't necessarily think that's going to be a big help for AP Lit. The test is also going to be 45 minutes long, and it is going to be across the board, I guess. What do they call SRQs, right? Or the FRQs, the free response question. So what that sounds like to me is that you are going to get one of the three essays instead of all three. You're going to get one. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. It can be any of the three. So it can be a poem, it can be a short writing passage, or it can be an essay on a novel or a play. So any of those three are up for grabs. And then they give you 45 minutes to plan and write out your essay. For those of you that are good typists, this is obviously going to help. Those of you with bad handwriting, obviously this is going to be a help for you as well. So as far as I can tell, that's what I know at this point. The AP teachers, we're going to have a meeting on Zoom in the next couple of days, and we're going to talk more, try to see what other information. We're just kind of digging through Twitter and digging through Reddit and trying to find as much as I can. So between now and when the AP test, I'm not even sure, because obviously the day that we're supposed to take the test, or you're supposed to take the test, has been moved, and there's several days that are up for grabs, and how those are going to get signed up for, I'm not sure yet. So when I find out that information, I'll come back on here and post whatever I find. So between now and whenever the test takes place, there's going to be some things that that we're going to obviously do to prepare for it. As I said in the classroom little comment that I made, I don't want to overwhelm you, because I know that with AP, especially those of you with multiple AP tests, that it can be rather overwhelming. So I don't want to overwhelm you with work, but there is stuff that we do need to get done in order to prepare for the test. Because again, the goal is I would like all of you to take the test and pass the test. So obviously, I just posted the full text for Lord of the Flies last night. As I wrote in the classroom, I found that all of the questions that I've used in the past are up on Quizlet. So I was working last night to create new questions, and I'm almost finished. So I'll be posting those today. What I'd like is some of the chapters are rather short, and there's going to be not a lot of information, not a lot of questions on them. So I'm going to try to, and like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you, but in order to be able to get through this, it's 12 chapters. I think if we did like a chapter every other day, and then one over the weekend, we'd be done in a few weeks. And that would give us an opportunity to to talk. And I'll have a live Zoom a couple times in there, so that those of you that can log in and ask questions. At any time you have a question, I know some of you have emailed me, and I'm trying to get back to you on those. Or you've written a comment in classroom, and I'll try to respond on those as well. But if you would like, if you want to have a Zoom where we can meet individually and talk something through, then that's fine as well. Just let me know. We'll figure it out. So that's to deal with the novel. Now, as for preparing for the test, there were some videos I posted. I believe last night I posted a link to the AP website where there are some videos they're going through now. The first few videos actually are, they're the information that is not going to be covered on the test, the first few. So the College Board wants you to know that information because it's supposedly, you know, that you need to know it for college. But technically, those first couple of videos are not going to have anything to do with the test. So basically, there's 8 chapters of information that I'm supposed to teach and cover. Chapters 7 and 8 are where we stopped, and so that's what a couple of those videos are now. Sometime, I believe, the end of this week, they're going to post the videos that are more of a review of the things that you're supposed to know for the actual test. Now, I'll let you know when those are up. I'm not saying to ignore the ones that are up already. If you want to watch them to, you know, kind of get some more information about poetry, I know there was actually a couple good ones on poetry. If you want to watch those, I recommend it. But when the ones come up for the AP test, you know, the actual information for the AP test, then I'm going to go through those, and I'll have some stuff for us to do with those videos to make, you know, because I really do want you to go through them. They're actually, they're not the most exciting thing in the world, but there is some good information on there. As for preparing for the timed right, I'm going to have some assignments for you to do in the next few weeks. And, you know, honestly, it's going to come down to you kind of putting yourself in being honest about, you know, timing yourself, trying to get things done in a certain amount of time. You know, in actuality, you're preparing for the test. And if you prepare for the test and do what you're going to, you know, need to do for it, then it's kind of like preparing for a marathon. And you're either working out and running and doing it, or you're sitting on the couch and then telling people that you're running. And then the day of the marathon comes and you're in a lot of trouble because you didn't really do any of the preparation for it. So, you know, like I said, it's going to be up to you. Whatever you turn in, I'm going to grade it as if you did it during a time session. So hopefully you're going to, you know, push yourself and try to be honest. And obviously there'll be chances for you to rewrite things and to fix things. And I'm not going to just leave you out hanging because the goal is to get you where you need to be for the test. So other than that, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I needed to talk about. If there's ever a question, or if you've got, because again, I know that this is an unprecedented, never anybody ever having gone through this before, really in the history of public education. If there's issues at home, you know, if you're stuck, you know, because parents are working and little brothers and sisters are home and you're babysitting, and you don't have time, or, you know, things, you know, parents have lost jobs and things are just kind of a mess right now, then, you know, not only just reach out to me, but reach out to your teachers, let us know, so that we're not putting undue pressure on you, or unneeded pressure, like you're under a lot of pressure already. And so, you know, really reach out. I know that some teachers are a little more hardcore than others. And I've been trying there in AP meetings to try to get folks to loosen up a little bit. But, you know, when it comes to AP, you know, there's a test coming and the teachers know there's a test coming and there's certain things that need to be done. But obviously your mental health and your physical health are much more important than you passing an AP test. So, Diet Pepsi didn't want you to feel like things have changed at all. So, like I said, reach out to your teachers if you need to you know, talk, or you just need to let us know that things are happening. You know, please do that. Don't feel afraid to you know, to reach out. Anyway, I think I'm going to start rambling. So, like I said, I got Lord of the Flies up. If you can get a copy of the book, the school's not going to get you a copy of the book because the school's locked down. So you're not going to be able to go to the school for a copy. If you're able to get a copy at the library, or you're able to get yourself one at the, well, used bookstores are going to be closed. I don't even know if the libraries are open. So, if you can get one through Amazon, maybe, then, you can go that route. But there is the one that's on, that I'll be posting up online. I know it's not great. What I'm going to do is go through that copy of Lord of the Flies. I'm going to make video lessons, and I'm actually going to go through and annotate some things and have some conversations about the chapters before I have the questions due, so that I know that you have, because the goal is, I know some of you have read it, some of you haven't, but the goal is so that you have a really good understanding of the political context and the religious context of that novel, because that's really what the two key components of that novel are. So I'm going to go through, like I said, and, do, once I figure out how to do all the little cool things with Zoom, then I will, do some presentations. So probably later today, I'm going to do chapter 1 of Lord of the Flies, and post questions and so on. So you can be looking for that later today. I know you're super excited about it. And then probably tomorrow, I'm going to start posting stuff as AP prep stuff. So that's kind of what I got going on right now. Again, if you have questions, or you can think of a better way to do what I'm doing, because like I said, this is new to me, and this is not, I would much 100% much rather be in the classroom right now. So if you have suggestions, I'm all up for it. I know some teachers are much better at this than I am. So anyway, I will see you soon. And like I said, I'll be posting something later today, and you take care. All right.